Hi, my name is Hamza Hassan, and this is my Bookstore API that I built for my client server Coursework. So I developed it using Java with JAX-RS in Jersey. So basically, I'm going to be, in this demo, I'm going to be using Postman to test everything. So I'm going to show how the API handled authors, books, customers, carts, and orders. And also see how it handled invalid input and customer error responses. So first I've got to run the code. So I've got to run the main, and I'm running on an 8080 port. We're using Grizzly HTTP server. So once it's run, we can start the testing. Okay, the first thing we're going to test is creating an author. So post. So we're going to create this first order. Ignore this. This is from previous. We'll call him Giroux at author ID 1. So that's created. Then let's create at 2, and then we'll name him John. Now, if I get the authors, this is just going to get all of the authors. So this is previous work. It's going to get all of the authors. If I get it, then it's going to show Giroux and John. This is getting the authors, not specific, but getting all of them. Then if I want to get specific, like for example, author ID 1, which is Giroux, it should show as Giroux. And then author ID 2 would show as John. So that's at author ID 2, author ID 1, basically. Then to put is to update. So if I want to put author ID 1, like I want to update it essentially. So for example, author ID 1 is already, let's check. Author ID 1 is Giroux. Okay. If I want to change him to just whatever, so DG, update. Then now if I go back and I check author ID 1, his name is DDGD. Now it's been updated. That's the update. Then we're moving on to books. Books essentially this is to post and create a book. So this is, I'm going to create a book called Adventures in Mars. Adventures in Mars. Now you can see here it's been created. So it's showing a 201 message that it's been created. Then to get all of the books, let me create another book. So I'll create another book and I'll put out author ID 1, and then I'll just say stars. So then now there's 2 books created. Now to get all of the books, it's going to show the 2 books that I created. So Mars and Adventure in Stars and Adventure in Mars. Okay. Then to get a specific, for example, a specific book ID 1, it would show Adventure in Mars. Book ID 2 should show Stars. Okay. Now to update it, for example, if I want to update the book 1. Book 2. If I want to update book 2, for example. Book 2, if I want to update book 2, we'll change the name to Moon. This is to update book 2. Book ID 2, other ID 2. Now, if I want to get book 2, it should, instead of stars, it will say Moon. Okay. Now, this is to get a specific book based on an order ID. So it's to get this book at the author ID 1. Now, if I send that, it would get me the original book, so at Mars. Let's check the second book. It should say Moon. So this is to get the book at a specific author ID. So to get a book specific at a specific author ID. Okay, moving on to customer. So customer, essentially, if I want to, this is to create a customer. I just use my own name here, but this is to create a customer. Let's see. It's going to create this customer. So it's showing a 201 message to say it's creating a customer. Now, if I want to create another customer for the sake of it, we'll call it Matt, and we'll keep everything else. Okay. Now it will get both Hamza and Matt. See, Hamza and Matt. Now to get a specific customer ID, for example, 1 would show as Hamza. If I want to get Matt as specific customer ID, it will be Matt. It will be at customer 2, ID 2. Then to update it, for example, if I want to update 1, which is basically me, Hamza. If I want to update 1, using put, which is already there. I can just change the name here to KK whatever. Then I'll just say female. Then it will update. So then now it's updated. So now if I get 1, which is me, it would be KKK female. Okay. Moving on to cart. So moving on to cart. So cart, to get cart, no, moving on to cart. Sorry, cart is here. So this is what should be in the cart. These are the variables. So book ID, book count, book title, book price. If I wanna, this is supposed to create the cart. So then now I wanna create another. So just say book count 20. Okay. Now I want to get all of the cart. So all of the items in the cart essentially. So these are all of the items that are in the cart. This is going to get all of them. Then to update the cart, let's say I want to update this book ID. I want to say 50. Okay. Now if I get everything that's in the cart, this changed to 50. This is adapting essentially updating the cart items. So what's inside the cart? Okay. Then now, if I want to, for example, delete the cart, there, it's deleted. Now, if I get the cart, it deleted the first part of the cart. Okay. Now moving on to orders. So this is to create an order. So for example, if I send this will create the order. So it shows the order ID, customer ID, order items, book ID, book count, etc. Okay, so this creates it based on everything that I've been given it. So then next, we're gonna get the orders. So we're gonna get the orders. So here, now it's gonna show the orders. Now we're gonna get the orders based on the order ID. So now if I send this based on the order ID 1, based on the order ID 1, I haven't created another order ID, but these are all of them. And then now we're going to test the deletion. So for example, I want to delete the first one. Now it's deleted. Now if I go back and look, I had Giroux. Now I've deleted Giroux. Let's check. Giroux's gone. Now let's check this deletion here. Let's check books deletion at 1. Going back to get all the books, it would show as just the book ID 1. So it would show as Moon. It wouldn't show as Alice in the previous book that I had. Then moving on to customers. So if I want to delete a customer, so for example, I want to delete customer 1. And then if I go back to now it's going to delete me and it's going to keep Matt. So then now if I send that, now it's only got Matt. So then now I'm going to test the items. So if I want to delete item 1, which I've already done that. Okay, checking the exceptions. For example, if I post and I leave out if I put and I want to update and I do 2000, it's going to show as an error. It's going to show as author not found because this author ID is not found basically, and this works with everything else as well. This works with, for example, if I go to put and I go on 400, it would show as book not found because no book can be found at that ID number. Same for customers, 200. Customer not found. Same for the items, so the cart. So in terms of cart can't be found. The cart cannot be found. The cart ID, it cannot be found basically. And yeah, this is all that is. Thank you very much for listening.